Hello all, I am Nagomi Joyce Lavanya, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, Bishop Iber College. In this video, we are going to see the levy and collection of tax under GST. The subtopics are supply, the scope of supply, what it includes and what it excludes under section 7. So what is supply? When it will happen? It will happen in the taxable event. Now we will have a doubt, what is taxable event? The supply of goods or services is called as a taxable event. When there is a purchase or sales, when there is a transfer of goods or services, then it is called as a supply. So when there is a taxable event, GST will be existing there and we will be charging the tax under GST. Here, what is supply and what is the scope of supply will be explained under the 6 parameters. We will see in detail. The first parameter is supply of anything other than goods or services does not attract GST. So the first one they are telling us, when there is a transfer of goods or services, then it will be attracted by GST. Apart from that, the GST will not be attracted. Second point, any kind of transaction that you are making, either goods or services, it has to be made with a consideration, which means in return we have to get either purchases or sales. In return we have to give money or money kind, or we have to take money or money kind. That is called as a consideration that we should have. Then whatever supply that you are making, it has to be exclusively for the business or for the furtherance of business, not for the personal use. Then whatever that the transaction is happening here, the supply of goods or services, it has to be done by the taxable person. Here the taxable person means the person who registered under GST. And the supply should be a taxable supply. According to GST, there are certain goods and services which is called as a taxable goods or services and non-taxable goods and services. So when you are making a supply, it has to be coming under the taxable goods or services. And at last, it has to be within the taxable territory. Taxable territory means within the India. So when all these 6 parameters is fulfilled, then we will call it as a supply according to GST. And also here we are having the exemption. Even though we are having 6 parameters, according to this we will call it as a supply, still we are having exemption. Even without these all 6 parameters, sometimes we will call certain transaction as a supply according to GST. The exemptions are even without consideration. First I told you, only when there is a consideration we will call it as a GST. But here there are some exception. Even without consideration we will call it as a supply according to GST. In detail we will discuss. Import of services. When you are a taxable person and if you are importing services, even though if it is not for the business purpose and it is for personal use, still it will be called as supply and it will be charged under GST. So first in 6 parameters, one I told you, any kind of supply that you are making, it should be furtherance of business and for the course of the business. But here they are telling, even though it is not for the business purpose, if you are importing a services and if you are a taxable person, obviously it will come under supply according to GST. So we can understand what is supply and what is the scope of supply. In detail we are seeing the section 7 subsection 1, what includes in supply. Section 7 subsection 1a, it defines as all forms of supply of goods or services or both, such as sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, lease or disposal, made or agreed to be made for the consideration by person in course or furtherance of business. So here they are telling, when you are making a supply of goods or services in all these categories, that is sales, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, lease or disposal. In all these cases, when you are transferring your goods or services from one place to another place, and especially if it is for a consideration, and if it is a course or furtherance of business, then it is called as a supply according to section 7 subsection of 1A in GST. So here we have the detailed of the list that they have given us. First one is barter and exchange. The difference between barter and exchange is the value of goods. Whereas if it is a barter, it is a kind of goods that you are exchanging to the other party in the same value. Whereas in exchange, it is not like that. Even though if you are not giving the same value to the other person, in other form like money or money kind, you can exchange it to them. Whereas if it is a transfer or sale, if it is a transfer, we will call it as a right of goods, transferring the right of goods. Whereas if it is a sales, we will transfer the title of the goods here. In rent and lease, the difference is duration. If it is rent, it is for short tenure, whereas if it is a lease, it will be called as a long tenure. So all this kind of transfer, when it is happening, and especially for the course of business and for the consideration, then it is called as a supply according to GST. Here is an example for exchange. Here a person, he is having a mobile phone, he wants to exchange it, so he is going to the mobile store and he is replacing it, and he wants a new version of the same mobile phone. Here the old mobile phone is worth of 40,000 and new mobile phone is worth of 1 lakh. So exchange amount is 60,000. This is called as exchange. Whereas barter, it is not like that. Equal value will be given to other person. Here we are having another example for this. Mr. A, he's a, we can have any kind of profession, like he's a teacher or he's an auditor, whatever it may be, he's having one kind of profession. And here we are having another person, Mr. B. So Mr. A is selling a pen to Mr. B, and Mr. B also giving a consideration. Here the first condition, transfer or sale, it is happening, right? Second, consideration. Yes, they are giving the consideration. But third one, course or furtherance of business. Here, Mr. A's business, he is a professionalist, he is an auditor or teacher, whatever may be. He is selling a pen to B because he has it or some other thing. But it is not his business. So, this will not come under supply. Whether if it is for the course of business, then obviously this will come under supply according to GST. Section 7, subsection 1B. So A tells us what is GST, how it will happen, and what are the type of transfers will be happening in the goods and services. Whereas here in section 7, subsection 1B, they are telling us import of services for consideration whether or not in the course or furtherance of business. So here, as I already told you, when there is import of services by the taxable person and exclusively not for the business purpose, still it will be considered as a supply according to GST. It is only for the import of services. So here is an example for that. He is a taxable person. He is watching a Netflix series. Here it is called as an import of services because a Netflix series, it is from outside and they are providing the services and you are watching, and for that you are subscribing, the payment is done there. So here the import of services is happening still, and you are paying consideration, which means the subscription that you are paying, even with or without. The Netflix series that you are watching, it is for your personal use. Still, it will be considered as a supply according to GST only when he is a taxable person. Section 7, subsection of 1C. The activity specified in Schedule 1 made or agreed to be made without consideration. So, in Schedule 1, we will see the what is there in the Schedule 1 later, but the things mentioned in there, even without consideration, it will be considered as a supply according to GST. Here is a simple example for you. Mr. A, he owns a business, he owns a bakery business in Tamil Nadu and in Kerala. So here in Tamil Nadu, it is running quite well. Whereas in Kerala, they are in loss of, not in a loss, they are in loss of goods stock, like raw materials like maida or wheat, they are in the loss of stock. So they are calling the Tamil Nadu branch, then they are asking for it. So they are supplying the stock even without consideration, because the owner is the same person. The branch, we are having 2 branches, they are just transferring the goods from one branch to another branch. Still, this will be called as a supply according to GST. Here we don't have consideration, but still it is course or furtherance of business. Hence, we are calling it as a supply according to GST. Next, as per section 7 subsection 2, what excludes? So so far we have seen what includes in supply. Here we are going to see what excludes in supply. First one, the activities that is mentioned in schedule 3, which will be discussed later. The activities they are specifying here is when the activities which is done by the central government, state government or union territories, local authorities or public authorities. When all the government servants, when they are rendering a services to the public, then it will not come under GST, it will not come under supply. And employee to employer, when the services provided by the employee to the employer for the relation or to his employment, then it will not come under supply. Then the services provided by the court or tribunal, services rendered by the member of the parliament, services by funeral or burial, all the services will not come under supply according to GST. And sale of land or building. So here the sale of land will not come under GST, but still they will be having some other taxes which the government has, but it will not come only under GST. Actionable claim other than lottery, betting and gambling, it will not also come under GST. The supply of goods from the same place in the non-taxable territory to another place in the non-taxable territory without such goods entering into India. So as I already told you, when there is a taxable territory, within there, when there is a transaction happening, we will call it as a supply. If it is not happening inside the taxable territory, obviously it will not come under GST. Thank you.